What's up, everyone? Scotty from Chernobyl Studios. Today, we are going to look at a brand new IR pack released by Hertz Instruments. Let's go ahead and have a listen and then talk a bit more about it. All right, so that's what it sounds like. Now, it sounds pretty kick-ass. Now, this is released by Hertz Instruments, which is basically Hertz Studio. You may remember that name for a couple reasons, but I mean, you might know it particularly because of Hertz Drums, which I looked at already last summer. But this is the very same Hertz Studio that's worked with Decapitated, Invader, Behemoth, Hate, a lot of tip-top Polish bands. And by the time you see this video, actually, I'm probably in bed or very close to getting ready to travel and go meet them. That's right. This week I am going to their studio. I'm working on something coming up that's pretty cool. Can't tell you everything yet, but it's good, and you're going to like it, and it's going to be good. It's awesome, all right? But let's talk about their IR pack first. I barely did anything. As usual, this is the chain. I just have the screamer going into the 810. The two IRs that I used here with a touch of EQ. That's all I did to the guitar tone, nothing else. Just to prove my point, let me solo the guitars and AB the EQ really fast. So the EQ is just slightly cleaning it up, getting rid of some mid gunk that kind of makes it a bit cloudy. And then we have a harsh, scratchy frequency up here that we're taking care of. And that's pretty much it. You basically don't have to do anything else because the IRs did all the work for me. So let me show you exactly what I did with the IRs, and let's talk about them. So I don't care that they actually named it like this. I think this is actually pretty cool. Obviously, it's neat, like, Cola or Two Madsen, they come up with names for the IRs. That's fine. But literally, if you just did this, I also wouldn't care. Because what I teach in Guitar Tone Mastery for years now, and anyone who comes to my channel, and what I've been saying on my channel for years, we need to find the IR that fits for the kind of music that we want to do. And our ears, each of us individually, will just be naturally drawn to certain sounds. So in essence, it almost doesn't care. I almost don't care, what microphone was used, what speakers loaded, what cabinet even it might be in. I'm looking for a sound, all right? And even when you run into these type of IR packs, which are just labeled 1 to 12, if you're looking for a sound and you know what you want to hear, well, it's very fast to audition them, right? It doesn't really matter which one, has a 57 with a 121. You're looking for the sound. However, they were nice enough to include a PDF here, which details exactly which each cabinet is and which microphones were used. I'm fine with that. I think this is really cool, actually, because also when you finally start to figure out the sound that you like, it's at that point you can start to reverse engineer it, right? So if you're going, oh, I really like this kind of sound, and then you come in here and you go, wow, okay, this is a VHT. It has these type of microphones on it. Okay, interesting. And then what kind of sound is that creating? Is it a dark sound? Is it a smooth sound? Is it a brittle sound? You can start putting adjectives to the sounds that you like, and once you start to make connections, like, okay, generally, I seem to like tones that have these kind of microphones with these kind of speakers. Now you can start looking at IR packs that go, oh, it's got these speakers with these microphones. I'll probably like this. Or not. Who knows, right? You could not like it. Maybe they're recorded poorly or something like that. But I really like this. I like how you can just it doesn't get in the way. Like this whole thing is not jammed into the name of the IR itself, which would be hard to read. It's just right here. You can just open a PDF. Oh, I like number 2 and I like number 11. Okay, so what is that? A VHT and an MLC. I have no idea what speaker that is. I'll just assume it's a B30, but apparently it's pretty typical. I do like a Sennheiser 421 with a 57, and I do like an R121 with a 57. Pretty classic. So I'm not surprised by what microphones are here. It tends to happen all the time. All right, so there's that. That's great. Now, because there's only 12, they've done a really good job, actually, of having different sounds. It's not like 35 IRs of micro adjustments. It's 11 IRs with drastically different tonal variations. Like, let's just listen to a couple of them. Here, I'll turn the EQ off. Let's start from the top. So this is this is it right here, number 2. So 11, 12 IRs, massive differences between all of them. Like really going through the color palette, which gives you a lot of options. So my advice, if you're gonna, my beard keeps getting stuck on this thing. I'm gonna move this away. If you want to pick this up, find probably the 3 or 4 that you really, really like and try a combination of blends. So what I've done here is I've blended 2 and 11, and I like the bright, aggressive sound of 2. So if we listen to this. It's bright, has that, the brightness on the top end. Wow. Adjectives, fantastic. It's aggressive on the top end. It's bright. It's got some attack. But also, if we listen to Hertz 11 here, it's subdued. It's muted. It's smooth. So you want to take them both, and these are 2 great IRs to blend together because they have opposite attributes. If you take 2 IRs that are both bright and aggressive, it's not really doing anything for you. You really want to find opposites. Take an IR or a speaker that has a strong mid focus to it, and then you compare that with an IR that might have a high focus to it, and then try to find a balance between both of them to get the best of both worlds. That's what IR blending is, and I feel that the Hertz IR pack here really lends itself well to that. In my opinion, that is a perfectly balanced tone, and it takes very little work to round it out. So let me show you. Easy, fantastic. 1 EQ, didn't do anything else. I didn't even use an L1. I didn't even use the API. I just sounded great. I didn't touch it from there on. Like, why? There's no reason to, right? And in a mix, it just sounds good. Sounds great to me. So I really have to thumbs up the IR pack. I like having different tonal options, and the simplicity of it to me, made me happy because I could literally just open it, go like, not bad, like, ooh, don't like that one, like, okay, done. I like this one, this one, this one, this one. Let's start pairing them up together, see what happens. Oh, now we have a tone. Great. And I have a tone using cabs that I wouldn't normally use. Like I wouldn't normally pick. What were they? The VHTs and MLC? I wouldn't just normally do that. But now, I know if I want this tone, I can make a preset with this actually in Cubase and just load it up and we're done. So it is pretty cool to play with new IRs, and it's always great to blend and get more tonal options. So, if everything that I've just said right now kind of like makes no sense, or it's like kind of like, what are you talking about? I highly recommend my training course, Guitar Tone Mastery. I've been teaching people for years how to listen to IRs and how to pick the right IR for your gear and the type of tone that you want, so that you can just open one EQ and do this, right? And it's 2023 already. I will be updating Guitar Tone Mastery this year, so there are some cool things coming up for that. So keep your eyes peeled. So definitely would recommend this. Link down below for the IR pack. These dudes are amazing. Support them. Support Hertz Instruments. Support the guys that have made some of the records that you like to listen to the most, from Hate, Invader, and Decapitated. So they're good dudes, very talented, and I will be going to hang out with them this week. So I'm looking forward to that. All right. Link down below in the description. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.